Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers that's doing this work in sincerity and truth. I am Brother Barra from GMS Chicago, and today's lesson is going to be about Hebrews, the 5th chapter, and basically being spiritually mature, all right? Especially for older brothers, or even if you've been in this thing a couple years, you can't keep making the same mistakes, all right? You can't keep making the same mistakes. When you take on this knowledge, take on this Bible, and take on the faith of Yahweh Shai, it's supposed to change you, all right? And when you become spiritually mature, your senses, your wisdom are supposed to be exercised, all right? Meaning that you know the direct and correct decisions to make, all right? But without further ado, this is not going to be long. I'm going to jump right into Hebrews, the 5th chapter, all right? This is Hebrews 5:1. For every high priest taken from among man is ordained for man in things pertaining to the Most High, all right? So when you go back into the law, the high priests originally are the Levites, all right, who were chosen tribe, all right, to be dedicated to doing the services of the Most High, all right? It says that he may offer both gifts and sacrifices for sins. But right now in this time and age, we are spiritually priests, man, okay? Regardless of what tribe you're from, all right? You're doing the service of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai by doing what? Feeding the sheep, pushing the ministry, okay? You are a servant, right? And one of the most basic things of being a servant is having maturity, right? And being humble, meaning you have to kill that flesh, man. It shouldn't be brothers that have been in this thing over 5+ years, hell, even 3+ years, coming to the line, being out of order, and not being in their right mind to help the body, okay? It shouldn't be that way, all right? You should know how to control whether it be alcohol. Brothers always needing a handout, but he got a full-time job. All right, you have to control. You got to control yourself, man. You got to mature. You should know the right things to do and do them. You shouldn't have to be browbeat, constantly browbeat and being told what to do. You know what to do. All right. And it says, verse 2. Who can have compassion on the ignorant and on them that are out of the way? For that he himself also is compassed with infirmity, right? So even though we go through hell, even though we still are under the curses, all right? Even though we catch certain judgments here in the society, guess what? We still have to have compassion, and we still have to do this work, regardless of what we're going through, all right? So we have to make the correct decisions, and part of that is being mature, right? You got to be mature in this thing. And if you don't know what mature means, look it up. Verse 3, it says, and by reason hereof he ought, as for the people, so also for himself to offer for sins, right? Dealing with the priests. And no man taketh this honor unto himself, but he that is called of the Most High, as was Aaron, right? So we were called, all right? We don't know if we're yet chosen, but we know we were called because we understand this word right here, right? We understand the breakdowns, all right? We have the faith and belief when we heard this word, right? Because there's many other people that heard this word, heard the preaching of the true Israelites, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. You see the brothers on the street corners. You see the videos online. All right. You've heard this word for a lot of people, but guess what? It didn't take precedent. It didn't sit well with them. All right. They didn't ingest it and they didn't have faith in it. But you were chosen and you had faith in this. You have belief in this. So guess what? That means you were called, and that means you have a job to do. Hey, in the words of the immortal, Captain Lee, man, you can't be bullshitting. We got an objective to do. And being mature and realizing that, will help you with longevity in this battle, in this walk. Uh, let's keep going. Verse 5. It says, so also Yahushua glorified not himself to be made an high priest, but he that said unto him, Thou art my son, today have I begotten thee. And he saith also in another place, Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Right? So ones of you that have understanding, you know what this is going into. All right? All you Old Testament only Israelites, you don't realize Yahushua comes, literally comes in the volume of the book. I'll just say that. Who in the days his flesh, this is verse 7, who in the days of his flesh he had offered, right, prayers and supplications with strong crying tears unto him that was able to save him from death, and was heard in that he feared, right? Though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered, right? And we are here to suffer, man. All right? And we don't have to go excessive into feeding the flesh, man. I know it says give drink to him that is about to perish, but you don't want to be a drunkard. All right? There's a line between being a drunkard and having a drink to relax. All right? And preferably you should be doing that after your business is done, not before, right? Let me read it again. It says, though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered, right? We're going to suffer many things for the faith and belief of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? We're going to have to bear that cross. We're going to have to drink that cup. We're going to have to do all of this, all right? This is just, and you brothers that's been in this thing should know that and should be mature enough to understand that. All right? Control your flesh. Verse 9, and being made perfect, he became the author of salvation, right? And eternal salvation unto all them that obey him. Call of the Most High and high priest after the order of Melchizedek, of whom we have many things to say and hard to be uttered, seeing ye are dull of hearing. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again. And that's about being mature, especially you older brothers in this thing. Like I said, to harp on the point, you know what to do. Okay? You know you have to feed the sheep, feed the flock, be a part of the ministry, carry out specific orders, do different tasks. All right? From the cadet all the way up to the head of the camp, we have specific functions in the ministry that we have to complete and things that we have to do, right? It says, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such if need milk and not of strong meat. So you got brothers that are supposed to know better, right? Are teachers in positions of rank, right? That are continually messing up, man. All right? And we admonish those brothers. We love those brothers, but you got to get it together, right? And I'm not here speaking out of perfection. We all have to examine ourselves and continue to strive for perfection in this walk, all right? Perfection in this knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? It says, for everyone that useth milk is unskillful, right, in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat, right, belongeth, right? When you get into meat, milk, a lot of these things are parables. A lot of these things are symbolic. It can mean different degrees of understanding, all right? Sometimes it could literally just mean a certain food. But right here, it's going to explain it. Verse 14, but strong meat belongeth to them that are full age, even those by reason of use have their senses exercised. All right, that's part of being mature. You didn't seen this before. All right, you didn't seen, what happens when you make that decision versus making this decision. Okay, it says to discern both good and evil. Right, so you want to be in your right mind to make the correct decisions. The brother out there in Dallas, one of the heads, all right, Ariala just did a beautiful sit down on decision making, okay? Knowing what to do, right? So in that same stead, brothers got to mature and really follow what these scriptures are saying, man. The words are not just written just to memorize and read them, but you have to really impose these scriptures on your daily life. Okay. Let me read a little bit of 6, and then I'm gonna end it off. It says, therefore, this is Hebrews 6:1. Therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of Yahushua, let us go unto perfection, not laying again the foundation of repentance from dead works and faith toward the Most High. Right? We don't want to fall backwards. We don't want to do things that we know we shouldn't be doing. Okay? Especially for you, man, that claim to know better, man, that do know better, who's been in the position, who has the understanding, who has the knowledge, but you're still trying to go back to that old man. The hell with that, all right? You got to keep that sobriety, and you got to keep being spiritually mature, okay? You know the things that carnally you have to handle, and you know the things spiritually you have to handle, and you got to find that perfect balance, all right? But that's pretty much the point. I just want to go through this chapter and just speak on brothers staying spiritually mature, especially in these days that's coming, because a wrong decision, it could be your ass, man. Okay? But I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say shalom the next time.